guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you guys on Instagram, on YouTube to ask me some questions, and a lot of them are pretty repetitive. So we got a few, not a whole heck of a lot, but we got a few. Hopefully the background isn't too distracting. I just didn't know where to film in my room today, so I decided just to pop in front of my boyfriend's little nightstand, sit down and do this little Q&A for you. He's out running errands. He has been going out every morning just to go get coffee and just to, you know, be out. And like, he's not really like out and about. He's like sitting in his car, but he cannot be inside the house all day. He goes crazy. So he's been going for a lot of walks. He'll take Coco for walks, and it's perfect when he leaves in the morning because I can exercise and get all the shit I need to get done without having him here. It's just, this quarantine has been really difficult because we're just like bored. There's like so much you take for granted that you don't realize you take for granted until you can't do it. So, okay, let's start. The first question is how to be successful on OnlyFans. The thing with me and OnlyFans is some months I do better than others. I would say the number one way to be successful is to be consistent. I think with anything, whether it's YouTube, whether it's OnlyFans, whether it's Snapchat Premium, consistency is key. And some months I do better than others. It really depends on how well I market my OnlyFans, how much I promote it on my Instagram. OnlyFans is becoming a little bit oversaturated pretty fast because now everybody's doing it because everybody knows you can make a little bit of money off of it. So yeah, consistency is key. Also, messaging one-on-one with your followers. I think that's really important because that's one of the cool things about OnlyFans is that you can have that one-on-one interaction, and that can make people want to subscribe to you if they can have that one-on-one like conversation. Instead of sliding in the DMs, they can slide into the OnlyFans DMs, and because they are paying, it's, you know, and then you can market yourself in so many ways. Like you can sell panties, you can sell premium videos, you know, there's just so many ways to like make extra money on OnlyFans. It's just all about being consistent and marketing yourself in the best way possible for yourself because everybody's different. Why are you going back to Connecticut? I'm going back to Connecticut for a few reasons. Since last August, I've been considering moving back to Connecticut, and it kind of was like, okay, then no, then okay, then no. Kind of like toss the idea back and forth in my head. I would say the number one reason I'm looking to move is because I want a different garbage guys here, hold on. So like I was saying, I would say the number one reason that I am going to move out of LA to Connecticut is a different quality of life. I don't want to be in the hubbub of the city anymore. I'm not really a city girl. I never really was, if you couldn't tell. I'm definitely more of a homebody, and LA's fun and everything, but the nightlife I might have done once or twice. Like I might have done one time I did like a Hollywood club crawl, and that was it really as far as like nightlife. And then of course being a stripper, like that was nightlife. But aside from that, I'm not really into the whole party scene. I did that a lot when I was like 18. So I feel like LA is really geared for young people. LA is not, I mean, of course there's like older people with children that live here, but in my opinion, LA is not an adult friendly city. It's for young people. It's for like people in their 20s. And even younger, early 18, 19, like it's a city to find yourself. It's a city to learn about yourself, and it's a fun city, but it depends on what kind of life you're trying to have. So I never really thought that I would end up going back to Connecticut, but like I said, wanting a different kind of life would probably be number one. I want to be able to have a house. I'm kind of sick of living in apartments. It's annoying. You hear, like, I live in a pretty nice community and it's still annoying. Like my upstairs neighbors are always making noise. This is a really dog friendly community, so all the dogs bark all the time and my dog is always barking back, and it's just kind of annoying. And then if you want to add in having roommate, it's not always easy. And I know that I could afford to live back home by myself in a house with a yard. And when you think about it like that, it's like logical to go back that way if that's what you want. And on top of it, I also want to be a homeowner. When I first get out there, I'm not gonna invest into a home. I'm going to rent a home. And then I also want to open a business, and it's just so much more affordable back home. Like, so much stuff is more doable. I'll have much more money to save. And yeah, there's like a bunch of reasons. Like, I want to be closer to my family, financial reasons. Like, I literally looked at my bank statements from 2019 when I did my taxes, and I could not get over how much money had been going in and out of my account and how much money I had saved. Like, I literally have been paying so much to live out here, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm just like overpaying top dollar for what I have. You know what I mean? It's no secret LA's expensive, but when you crunch the numbers, it's like I could go home to Connecticut and like literally save so much more money. So it's like a no-brainer. And I also want to settle down, have a family. It's just LA's not my city anymore. Next question is, what is your favorite thing about where you grew up? My favorite thing would probably be the simplicity of it. It's just a really simple life. People are not materialistic. It's just, people are just normal. East Coast people are just more honest, blunt. They're not fake. You know, there's a lot of beauty in living in a smaller state versus living in like a huge city or a huge state like Cali. There's a lot to like about Connecticut, and I guess I didn't really, you know, you wouldn't really know what to appreciate in a state or a town that you've lived your whole life. You have to actually step out of your comfort zone and see something different to really appreciate where you come from. I truly am a firm believer of that. These next two questions are about Mike. One person said, can we have a Mike update? And are you back with your man? I addressed this in the previous video when I was doing my hair, but maybe not everybody has seen it. So yes, we are together. We are taking everything one day at a time. We very much love each other and would like for it to work, but everything is just one day and one step at a time. We know what we need to do to better ourselves as well as better our relationship. So we not only need to work on each other like as individuals, we need to work on our relationship too. So it's like a twofold thing. Him and I have had issues the past few months. It's been really rough. We really do love each other, and we obviously want it to work. Otherwise, we wouldn't be trying. But we have expectations this time around, and if the expectations cannot be met, we already know that we will end up breaking it off with each other, because it's already been like, we've already had that line drawn in the sand, so to speak. Like, we know what's expected of each other, and if one person, either of us, aren't going to uphold and honor the relationship, then it's not worth being in. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Hopefully it works. Trying to be positive. We're trying to work through our issues, and one day at a time for now. What is a video that you filmed but you never uploaded? I filmed, the first thing I could think of was my pregnancy videos when I found out I was pregnant. I had a lot of, like 2 or 3 videos planned, all about pregnancy that I never got to upload because we had a miscarriage. So yeah, those are really, that's sad, but I mean, I wasn't gonna still upload them after going through something like that. I just deleted them and just tried to kind of move forward, so to speak. And then the next question, this was asked a lot too, will Mike move to Connecticut with you? As of right now, we want that, obviously, because I'm moving there. So obviously, if we're going to be together, it's something we've talked about, and it's something that he's on board with as long as our relationship progresses. I think by the time I move, which will be the end of August, early September, we'll know if we're in a good place to do that move together. I don't think at this point, we've been together almost 2 years, on and off, but 2 years. We've known each other 2 years, in June, end of June, mid-June, something like that. Early June, I think like the first week of June is when we met. So 2 years in June, and we're almost halfway through April. So it's like, we've been around each other long enough to know like what we're going to tolerate. So like, for instance, I think we're going to know in the next month if we're going to make it. You know what I mean? It's not going to take like months to figure out if it's working, because we already know, like with all the trouble and drama we've had, we already know what we have to do to better it. and it's not going to take long to figure out if we're on the same page, because if we're not on the same page, we're just going to go our own ways. So ideally the whole goal is to move together to Connecticut, but of course, you know, one day at a time. So that's all the questions I got. If I didn't answer a question or you missed your opportunity to ask a question, leave it down below, and in the next video I will be sure to answer it in the next Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys!